Welcome back. You ready?
Welcome back, people. Do you even binge?
Do you even binge? Do you binge Sharpie caps? What are you doing over there, drawing?
Drawing, man.
Felipe's really into drawing and graffiti and doodling. We were going to discuss today. Thanks for watching all the Halloween episodes and the extra Halloween episode we snuck in last week, which was the zombie episode. Not really Halloween though, because we were supposed to be going into our indie movie explosion from the 80s and 90s, right?
Not enough time.
Not enough time. Not enough time because this is November. And we're going to do like Thanksgiving stuff. Next week, actually, we're going to do John Candy documentary called I Like Me, right? Because that's a good lead into Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which is your favorite. Probably your favorite of all time, Thanksgiving.
Like
my wife likes me.
My wife likes me because I'm the real deal. What you see is what you get. My customers like me because I'm the real article. I could be a cynic like you, but I choose not to. I choose to like people.
So anyway, yeah,
I'm an easy target.
That's what we're going to talk about in the next couple weeks. And then we'll do Thanksgiving movies that same week. We talk about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and all that stuff.
This week we're doing Murders in the Building.
Oh, look. I didn't know that's what you were drawing. A little graphic a little logo for the murders. This week we're doing Murders in the Building, only Murders in the Building, which is now in their 5th season. What did I want to say? Oh, I've binge watched starting in season 3. I went back and watched all the episodes
right?
before you. Yeah. And I was like, I think I have to pull Felipe in. Every time you came into the room, there was some cheesy line that Martin Short would deliver or something, and you just ignored this show. And then I was like, no, you got to watch this show. It's so interesting.
Martin Short whack.
He's not whack. He's just a weird character. He's a certain kind of character, but we'll talk about the characters in a second. But anyway, so I pulled you in, went back and watched the 1st season, 2nd season, 3rd season, 4th, and now we finished the 5th this weekend.
Yeah, man. My favorite movie of Martin Short is the one with him and Nick Nolte and a little girl, and they're trying to find her dad or her parents.
Which one is that?
I don't know. That one, Three Fugitives. Oh my God!
Oh, I never saw that.
That's my favorite movie. I laughed, I cried.
Your favorite movie?
Yes, with Martin Short in it.
What?
That is so hilarious. That and Beethoven. Oh my God!
You love Beethoven?
He's like a little kid, crazy kid.
All right, we're gonna end this podcast right now.
This movie is hilarious. It's sad too.
After 5 years in jail and 14
Your favorite
bank
movie is
robberies,
Beethoven?
Daniel Lucas
This one,
is
wow,
going
check it
straight
out.
to the bank, but this time
Nick
not to
Nolte,
rob
man.
it.
I'd like to open the account, please.
Enter Ned Perry.
Hold up! You see this? It's a grenade! And I'm pulling the pin, so no funny business!
A guy who's decided to give crime a try and is about to make his worst
That is
mistake.
funny.
You coming with me?
Martin Short's very physical.
Yeah, man. It's so
He's
funny.
always been physical. He's a little guy. He's like 5 feet tall.
I'm the hostage!
He's a kid in prison, man. I think he did it.
Hey, Cameron from Ferris Bueller.
He fucking passes out. he's so physical, man. Like Charlie Chaplin in this movie. But he's the one. They think Nick Nolte stole the bank, and then they meet a little girl. Kind of like 2 bank robbers and a baby.
Yeah, there's another criminal and a kid movie that I liked called Savannah Smiles.
There's just one
That
more
little cute
small
girl.
problem. A little girl who'd like to keep them all together.
You're looking for 2 men and a little girl.
You don't really expect me to dress up like a woman, do you?
That's hilarious. I was just about
Nick
the lady.
Nolte,
When you're on the lam, you don't want to be noticed, so you keep your head down, your eyes on the ground.
Martin Short,
Walk. Don't look anyone in the eye on the street.
Got it.
So does Nick Nolte decide to take the money or something? Decide to like...
I don't know, man.
their only hope
If you're not feeling up to it, I'd be happy.
I think I saw every Martin Short movie in this era.
But Nick Nolte wasn't the criminal at first,
No,
right?
he just came out of prison.
Oh, okay. Martin Short in that.
I think I saw every Martin Short movie that came out during these times.
I Never saw that movie.
Okay,
but I
take it back.
love
He ain't
Martin
whack.
Short from SCTV because I watched SCTV. You never watched it growing up, right? Or you watched some things because you know Hey Yorgi.
Yeah.
But yeah, Martin Short was great on SNL back in the day, and I mean not SNL, sorry, SCTV. He eventually did go to SNL for like a year or two, and he busted out his Ed Grimley character that he had already had on SCTV. And Ed Grimley was this weird like nerd guy character that had a I don't know, like
Also,
a
he was funny
gelled
in
sort of
Father of the
horn,
Bride,
unicorn horn. Father of the Bride. I never watched those. Those are cheesy. He's a wedding planner, right?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, so Martin Short, he did this character. Thank you very much. That's how he talked a little bit. Ed Grimley was one of my first. I'm not going to do the full impression, but it was one of my first impressions I ever did for my mom.
I do it better than you.
But Martin Short always does this sort of thing where he talks really low and he talks really high. And sometimes, he'll do that sort of
that England voice.
Well, he did a character that I loved called it's when Christopher Guest. See, Christopher Guest was on for a year. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. This is the 1 year.
That was bad.
I must say. They
even had Randy Quaid.
Yes, sir. This is a great honor for me to be here and to meet you. This is a very decent office. So often high ceilings can be effective.
look up Jiminy Glick. This is another character that he had that was very popular he wore a fat suit on Comedy Central, I think, this show. And play some of the clip because that's where he does the voice really heavily.
Overweight, frustrated, unsuccessful, stammering, stuttering.
It's like an entertainment interviewer.
Completely out of your element individual.
Aren't you kind? I'm sitting here with one of the great stars of Hollywood. One of the true insiders of Hollywood. Wonderful Steve Martin. How are you? I'm good.
Yeah, so they're good friends. They've worked together for years.
Glenn Martin.
You've really done your research.
Very funny show, Jimmy Glick. I like that one.
Piano player
but
who would make
he's a character, and so the three okay, so Murders in the Building. You say he's whack. Why?
No, I took it back already, so you didn't hear me. Retract.
I didn't hear you retract that statement.
They got it.
That's how Trump works, right? He says lots of crazy things.
No, I said
Never
that. I
his
said I take
lies.
it all back earlier, and they retracted.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did.
Could we replay the retraction?
Okay, take it back. He ain't whack. Once I realized that I watched every early or
In the 80s.
90s movie that
Then you watch Innerspace, which you keep
I loved
mentioning, but you mentioned that name as the other movie you keep thinking of, the Terminator with the woman in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't it wasn't
And
Terminator.
I saw the one where there's a dog.
Innerspace, INNER.
And the one where he plays like a little kid, like a little crazy kid.
Clifford
Yeah, I
or
love
something
that
like
movie.
that,
I
right? Was it
died.
Clifford?
Yeah, Clifford.
Forgot about that. Yeah, he plays like a little guy to Charles Grodin.
Yeah.
Charles Grodin's the straight man that gets all angry all the time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so don't record my profile. It's awful. Please. Yeah, Innerspace, he gets shrunken down into a molecular size, I guess, right? And then he's put into an injection in a syringe into Dennis Quaid, right?
Dennis Quaid, Randy Quaid's brother.
Yeah, they don't look anything alike. But anyway, he's shrunken down into this thing, and he goes into Dennis Quaid's body, and then he gets to experience this trip to space, right?
Yeah.
And Meg Ryan's in it for some reason, and I don't know what happens.
They're inside his body the whole time traveling, going through his
That's a weird
butthole and
And you know what? It's kind of like being John Malkovich a little bit. You know what? I have to watch that and being John Malkovich and see the similarities in those stories. Because I never watched Innerspace, but I think there was a music video from it or something. It was big in the 80s. I can't remember.
Don't forget about the At My Leisure kit, now on sale.
I don't know if this is on sale by the time this airs, but look for it because it will be soon. We have a bunch in the boxes right now.
A tin rolling papers. A grinder.
We have, it's a metal rolling tray.
That guy from
There's
Belgium.
a grinder. That guy is in the Belgian drawing.
Yeah.
At the train station.
Because the author of that is from Belgium.
That's right.
The author of that cartoon.
Yeah, those
Tintin.
drawings. It was a huge mural at the
Yeah.
train station in Belgium. Wild. Anyway, it's a that leisure kit. Hold it up again, without crinkling it so much.
Open it or what?
No. You have to do a video on it. But anyway, it says leisure kit here at the top. It is a rolling tray, tin, or it's metal, and then there's a metal grinder in there that also says at my leisure tour. And there's some rolling papers and a lighter in here, and it's all Felipe's stuff. And
All
we're very
for you
proud of it.
people.
There's only 100 made.
So they're $60 each.
Oh, you just raised the price.
No, I'm just. I don't even know how much they are.
I think they're 50. I think we're
50,
putting them on
okay.
the thing for 50 because all those things added up,
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. If it's not online yet, it will be soon. But hopefully, we will get it up in the next week. So, I don't know who you are calling me.
This is my murders in a building outfit.
We had to hurry, get through this. Okay,
Okay.
let's talk about the characters. Basically, there are. It's about the only murders in the building is about 3 people who live in a historic New York City apartment building called the Arconia, and they end up getting involved in the investigation of a murder of a fellow tenant in the building, someone who no one really seems to know at all. Tim Kono, and they end up forming a friendship by creating a podcast together to discuss all the details of the crime as it unfolds. There are 4 main characters, because even though there are 3 main people, the building itself is a character, the Arconia. And it's an elegant apartment building. Let's move away from this clip right now and go to the Dakota, the pictures of the Dakota in New York City. And what's the other one? The Belnord is the other one. But go to Dakota first, because the Dakota is really what this is based on, where there are a lot of notorious people living there. Yoko Ono lives here right now.
They're all murderers.
And John Lennon was killed in the archway
And Yoko
of
Ono
this
murdered the
right here.
Beatles.
Keep that one up right there. Yoko Ono murdered the Beatles. Right there in that archway, which is at 72nd and Central Park West, which is right around the corner from
Those are
where
2
I
guards?
used my first waiting job in Manhattan. Those are 2 guards. They sit in the guard tower right there. But I don't think the gate was there when John Lennon was shot. But they lived there on the top floor, and she still lives there on the top floor. And I don't know that I could live there and pass through those gates every day if my husband was killed there and I witnessed that. What are you looking for? Nothing. Okay. Anyway, the Dakota, it's a very high-end apartment building. Everybody owns their
What it costs to live
apartments.
there right now?
I have no idea, but I don't think there are any rentals available. I think it's all
You buy it, huh?
Yeah, you have to buy it. I mean, if usually those places have to have, like, if you exist as an apartment building with with units that are for sale, you have to have a certain amount that are for rent. There we go. $29.25. No. That's the maintenance fee per month.
Yeah.
The rent is about $4,000 to $5,000 for a studio or 1 bedroom, but it is super pricey. But she has owned that. They have owned that apartment since Sean was born, which I think was 71, 72.
So it's worth a lot of money.
It's
like
worth
60
a
million,
lot
probably.
of money, probably something like that. Because I think it's like a whole floor. I told you when I worked at that restaurant in New York, we delivered, same restaurant I worked at right around the corner from there. We delivered food. We never did delivery, but we did do a delivery for Lorne Michaels. And he had 2 floors of an apartment building. Just owned 2 fucking floors. Like, that's a lot of money.
So the upstairs bedroom.
Not just a bedroom, a whole other house. You forget you're in an apartment
his 2
when you walk
floors,
into these. It feels like a palace.
His 2 floors, like one on top of each other, or just the whole floor?
2 floors, one on top of each
Oh, so
other.
one of
Mariah
those
Carey
upstairs,
had like
so we have
3.
stairs to go up.
Yeah, stairs to go in between, or you can use the elevator, but
badass.
private elevator to your spot. But you pay maintenance fees and all that stuff. So you don't have to like go hire a handyman or whatever. They come to you when you have issues, and but you pay like every month a lot of money to keep that, maintain that.
What if you don't want to pay it? You have your own people.
No, there's a housing association there. You have to abide by that. You get interviewed when you go and live in these apartment buildings. They have to make sure like we want you in the building too. That's how they keep out the riffraff.
I will go to that meeting just to get naked and shit on that table and say, you know what? That's what I think about all you guys right here. I'm moving next door to cocksuckers.
My dog's gonna shit in your trees.
A fight with me every fucking day. I see one of you guys in the street.
You know what? You're not lying.
Fuck you up.
He's not lying, because we moved into this apartment in Glendale a long time ago, and the day after we had officially moved in, somebody parked in our parking space, and he flipped out on this old man who lived next door to you. Did
I don't remember.
Kuka and her husband. You flipped out on them because their son was coming over to visit, and he had been used to parking in that spot because nobody was living in our apartment at that time. So he parks in our space, not knowing there's a tenant now in that building, right? So we pull in.
I should have broke out the window and had it towed.
We pull in to the driveway, and Felipe flips out, marches over to the apartment building next, or the apartment next to us. It was like 4 units, and just goes off on this guy, this little Mexican guy. I forget his name right now, but poor guy.
Cuco.
No, his name was not Cuco. His wife was Cuca. I forget his name. Do you remember his name, Isaac? Anyway, little guy. Ramon, maybe. Yeah, he was a little guy. And Felipe just goes off on him and how this is my fucking space and all this stuff. I'm in the car. You did. And that guy was cowering and cowered ever since then. Every time we passed him, he was like, oh, like a scared dog or something. They better know.
I have to put in a couch at one time, man. They couldn't even carry it.
You did. And then his son he realized, hey, I'm a fan of yours. And then you changed. Then you're all nice after that. And he was mean at first. And I was like, I don't want to cause. You can't, you got to deal with tenants in a different way. You cannot be all guns a-blazing all the time. This is like our, neighbors we have to sit next to for the next X number of years. I remember
one time there was that Asian dude, Chinese, Japanese, whatever he was.
Can't take the ghetto everywhere.
No, living in downtown LA. He used to just go. He got used to going inside my apartment. Well, where I lived in the loft, he used to go into that loft.
That's because you had a party house.
He used to go into that loft before we moved there.
Yeah,
there used
he
to be
was
other
used
people
to it,
there,
yeah.
so he would just open the door and walk in. So this fucker walks in one time, just
that's
says,
a different
"What's up?"
situation, though.
And I said, "All right, motherfucker." So you just go into his house. I used to come here all the time, but there's different people living. All right. So one night, I'm all drugged out and drunk.
Yeah, cracked
I
out.
go to his house
and
I start banging his door. Like, I don't know what time it was. Start banging his door real hard. And I said, what the fuck? Open up, man. I'm going to walk into your house right now the way you walked into my house. You should fucking leave the fucking door open, motherfucker.
Well, don't mess
You
with
got me
Felipe.
fucking knocking, asshole. And they started knocking, and his friends were there, started knocking. And I went inside the kitchen, like Elaine, opened olives.
You ate stuff out of his fridge?
I drank a beer in the refrigerator. I sat down on the couch, and they just stared at me. I was like Kramer, bro. And then after
There's
that,
Kramer with his messed up teeth.
And then after that, he still keep going into our house.
Oh my God, that's horrible. You guys didn't have a lock on or what? He had a key?
I don't know. It was just door open.
Change those keys, those locks as soon as you move in.
Oh man, one time when I was living there was this girl. She was all nice to us at first, and she hung out with us all day, and then
and nothing happened.
And then no, she went to our shows too, but she started hanging around with the other tenant. Found out we were losers, I guess. Started hanging around with the murder in the building people with scarves and speaking Spanish. European Spanish.
Who are these?
And they were having this big dinner upstairs one time, and on top of the loft, the roof, that you could put a table up there. You could have a big party on top of the roof. So they had this big dinner, and we were on top of them watching them eat dinner, and I kept saying, "You guys think you're all bad, huh?"
Yeah, you were renters. You were cheap renters in a building full of
how's that
owners.
I told that chick, "How's the painting going?" Oh, you give that up. Now you're doing furniture. I'm calling everybody out who's failing in their art. And then
you don't want Felipe on your bad side.
There was that one dude. He made
asshole.
furniture, like designer furniture, like this couch right here.
Designer furniture.
This couch right here.
Carl Farbman.
He'll reupholster it with Fendi or some bullshit, and then he'll price it at $4,000.
Carl Farbman.
Anyway, so yeah, man, they wanted me out.
Yeah, they wanted you out.
We're renters.
Okay, so only renters in the building. So anyway, he's still mad about this person he hasn't lived near in 10 years. The Dakota. It's also based on the Belnord, which is on, I think, 86th, right? Is that what I think it's? 86th Street, Upper West Side. This is actually it's not based on, the Dakota is more what it's based on, but because, Rosemary's Baby was also at the Dakota. That was the setting for it. But this is actually the exterior for all of the murders in the building. And this is the archway, and the courtyard is really the courtyard at the Belnord. All the exterior shots are the Belnord. It's beautiful. And all these people those are longtime residents, passed down that apartment from generation to generation. And you cannot move in there. Anyway, so there are 3 main characters of the show, aside from the apartment building. There's Charles. Steve Martin plays him. And you can play that clip. He's a former TV actor who was famous back in the 80s with a TV detective show called Brazzos.
If I may.
He lives off his residuals while desperately hoping to have a comeback with another role, any role. He'll take any role, even though now he's in his 70s and there's not much coming his way. He owns his apartment like many others in the building.
I've played
You can play
this
that.
scene 100 times on my show. Especially season 9 when the budget got cut and we could only afford to shoot in interrogation rooms, so I know your tricks. Hi, Charles Hayden Savage.
It's a decorative mirror, Charles. I think the 2 way you're looking for is on this wall.
I knew that.
And then we have Oliver, played by Martin Short. He's a flamboyant theater director. I think you don't like Martin Short in this show because he's too actory. He's too theatery, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what you don't like about him. He wears a lot of scarves and cape-like coats. He's very overdramatic and animated. And on the surface, he comes off as like gay, right? He's effeminate. He's loud and sassy, right, all the time. And but he's got quite a bit of partying and women back in his heyday. And do we have the clip of Oliver? No. Okay. All right. So he's always got a story about the 70s or 80s and Studio 54 and some sort of designer drug and some sort of famous person. That's the combination of things needed. You could play the B-roll footage. That's the combination of stuff he
has
tells
stories like
about.
That's got to remember that one time Andy Warhol having a chokehold.
Yeah, exactly. His stories are like Joey Diaz's stories, but set in the 70s and 80s in the disco or theater scene in New York City.
Was he a successful theater guy?
At first, he
right?
had like a couple successes. Then he was all flops. So his biggest flop was with Splash the musical, which failed because I think somebody died doing one. No, they died because there was no water in the pool on stage, and they died. They like injured themselves and died, and then that was the biggest flop. And he had put his own money into that play, so basically Oliver is hurting. He's hurting for money. He hasn't paid his apartment maintenance fees in a long time. I think he's behind on his mortgage as well. And he doesn't see his adult son very often anymore because he's asked him for money too many times. So he's like not wanting to be around him, and he's embarrassed by that. His pride is hurt. He has an adult son with his ex-wife. His son is a veterinarian and who lives in Jersey with his son. So he's a grandfather, Oliver. And his son is mixed. His son is black and white, and his ex was a black woman, and she left him when that Splash musical failed.
Yeah.
So
she dove out of there.
He dove out of there. But like Charles, he's desperately waiting for a comeback project to make him relevant again and to pay his debts. And then there's Mabel, who is played by Selena Gomez. And Mabel, okay, here's the thing. Selena Gomez, she was 28 when she started this, and she's like the millennial character of the show. She's living in an apartment at the Arconia that's owned by her aunt. That's the only way she could afford. She doesn't pay rent. She's agreed to renovate the apartment, her aunt's apartment, while she's away, living out of the country, in exchange for free rent. And she's unemployed, and she's kind of depressed and slacking off, and she's aimless, not really sure what she wants to do with her life, and all blah, blah, blah. And then she runs into these two dudes. But my problem with this show is really Selena's acting, and I can't, some people, when you play some of this here, play.
The only cast member that didn't give Charles a Haiti. So she could have attempted to poison him at the theater. And when that didn't work, she pushed him down the elevator shaft.
She doesn't open her mouth and everything's kind of nasally.
Cut the patter song, and I just do a look.
This is probably the most emotional I've seen her in all the 5 seasons.
In the dressing room footage I saw,
she's very animated right here. But most of the time she just stares around to each of her co-stars and doesn't open her mouth.
What are you talking about?
But it's very strange. Some people were saying it was like the lupus she experienced. She had a kidney transplant and stuff before the shows.
Whatever. Your TikTok star has something
lupus.
A way to deliver.
But she, some of them attribute that weird voice to that. But that happened all before Murders in the Building started, and it's some people think it was an acting choice. It's debatable why she talks like that. But can you play some from Spring Breakers and Wizards of Waverly Place that she was in before? Because she's kind of normal in these.
I'm tired of seeing the same things every single day.
Spring Breakers sucked, but she's more animated. She has more of a personality.
Same things. They wake up in the same bed, same houses.
She sounds completely different.
Yeah.
Right? Play a Wizards clip, because she's a child star. I don't know if I've ever seen any person more propped up than Selena Gomez has been throughout her whole career. She has emotions, right? Personality.
So warm that you're here, Harper.
Maybe you can be here. Why be alone when you can whip up a Harper clone?
Yeah, I think that her acting choice, if it's an acting choice, I think it was to try and seem aloof or like disconnected, kind of, because she's supposed to be that millennial, I don't know, sarcastic, sardonic person, who's like different from the boomers she's hanging around, because they're supposed to be showing like a difference in the generations.
Maybe she want to do her voice like that barista and that show Loudermouth.
Loudermilk.
Can I take your order, please?
I think she's.
Is that the way you talk? Can you take my order, please? And that's the voice we're gonna use today. Can I take your order, please?
Oh, that one, the third one down, the third one, vocal fry. Fry.
This is the her voice.
Vocal fry is a millennial thing.
The large coffee.
Let me see.
Okay, so hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
Okay, room for three.
Totally.
That's the way Annie Letterman talks.
Why are you talking like that?
Why are you talking like that?
Because this is my voice.
This is my
See, that's the Gen Z voice right there.
It's a Gen Z. It's more Gen Z than millennial.
She actually talks like this.
But she's trying to be like, I
forgot about this scene.
I live alone in a building.
Annoying, isn't it?
But she doesn't even move her mouth. I don't understand it.
can't
Yeah.
help it. This is my voice.
No, it's not. It's an affectation.
It's an
Annoying teenagers and rich
That's a
people
voice
use to
created
sound like
by
they
the
don't give a shit.
Kardashians.
The Kardashians,
mixed with
yes.
Super Chick.
So,
The
when you're not
Kardashians
rich,
did create
and you
that
don't
They
look like
voice.
created the
teenagers,
voice.
The vocal fry.
Eunice Kennedy
They're the most
tried
popular thing.
Almost Valley
If she had a
Girl.
list,
And they are Valley
we'd
Girl
all
because
be
it's
talking with lists
Calabasas.
right
Ordering
now.
at Starbucks in my Kardashian voice.
Play it.
What can I get for you?
Oh.
Can I please get,
Oh, that's the girl I follow.
a matcha
That's the
latte?
influencer that makes fun of the Kardashians.
Marriages come and go.
Yeah.
No offense, guys.
No offense.
But when she
from
gets
me.
mad, she goes, "What are you saying?"
No offense.
And good
Who
luck
just
at
sits
your
around with their
wedding.
leather gloves,
I
their
believe in
elbow
love.
length
That's why
leather
hopefully there'll be
gloves,
just one more wedding.
having
Part of the
coffee,
outlaws.
Which time is
having
it?
coffee in the morning? What the fuck?
They're part of the Hollywood Armenian chapter.
I don't even get that dressed up to go out.
Now, poverty doing. You might like that one. I live on the out.
Yes.
That's a good one. All right. Oh, sitting with Matt Lauer, the Me Tooer. Yeah. So anyway, Selena, I couldn't really figure it out. You got to get used to it and just kind of realize she just kind of has storylines that kind of help move the story forward, but it's hard to take. You got to just forget about it. I think it's an acting choice. I don't think it has anything to do. I don't think it has anything to do with. But she's not a good enough actor to make that choice. She's making the wrong choice. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. But anyway, there are funny parts with her and the age differences between her and Martin Short and Steve Martin, and it's a weird combination. But anyway,
Maybe when she saw her man, Betty Blanco, she said, "Ew, I like this guy."
I kind of like him. He's kind of funny and he's really sweet to me, but I don't know.
He has a
But
cool
she's
phone.
not even that animated and going that Valley Girlish. It's more like she talk like this and her. I don't know.
I had a chance.
Anyway, so the three people, Mabel, Charles, and Oliver, become connected when a fire alarm goes off in their building and everyone has to evacuate. They each end up hanging out in a restaurant down the street to wait for the okay to come back to the building. And they bond over their love of true crime podcasts. And after Tim Kono, a resident, is found dead in their building, they decide to start their own podcast called Only Murders in the Building to investigate the death of Tim Kono. That's who she's talking to there, which the police have ruled as a suicide. The trio eventually uncovers that the killer was Charles' girlfriend, played by Jan. Carl's girlfriend, Jan, played by Amy Ryan, Amy from The Office, right? My stupid phone. Who poisoned Tim in a fit of jealousy because they briefly dated before she started dating Charles, Steve Martin. She also tries to murder Charles, but then gets arrested once the gang puts all the clues together and figures it out. And the season ends with the three friends being hailed as heroes. They get a huge boost in their podcast popularity, and they finally start seeing some money.
Fans.
Yeah, and they kind of connect with.
That was
Sting
funny.
lives
That
in
episode was
he lived
funny
in the
with
building
Sting.
briefly. Yeah, Sting, and
They thought he was a murderer.
they put him. Everybody was a suspect for a while. So at the end of the episode or the season, they go off to celebrate on the rooftop. Jen is in prison. Mabel goes to grab some more champagne in her apartment, and when she takes too long to come back, Charles and Oliver go to her apartment and find her covered in blood. Next to the body of Bunny, the building's landlady, stabbed with a knitting needle, which sets up the next season's mystery. And that's what happens. Every season ends with another murder in the building, and they keep getting pulled into the drama, which keeps their podcast alive every year and keeps the show alive every year.
But that has to be only murder in the building.
Has to be in the building. And they stick to that pretty much.
Spoiler alert, last episode of the last season.
You know, I hate to say this, but I have to pee again.
Hurry
I
up.
hate to take these bathroom breaks. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on.
I was forced to watch that show. I didn't really want to watch that show. I had to watch the show because there would have been a murder in our building.
Hi, Felipe.
Hi, Dodo.
Are you excited for your date?
Oh, man, I'm super excited about my date.
Your skirt is 8 years old.
Just slide out of here. Hello, Whisper. You want to pick out a toy here? The pink one. You don't play catch, okay? What flower? Flower? Sugar war? Just want to be loved. If that's so wrong.
All right, we've got a spa box.
Look.
See if she likes anything in there.
Look. We have a sandal for you. Look. What are you dreaming about? Squirrels?
What do you love most about pit bulls?
I used to be afraid of pit bulls. I saw a lot of horror movies that were about dogs like Cujo. Then one day we were working with a comedian named Rebecca Corey, and she had a rescue for pit bulls. And I did the comedy show. And her dog, Todd, he just jumped on my lap like he knew me forever. Love at first sight. And now I have 2 pit bulls. Blueberries, they're good for the digestion. Oh, I'll smash it for you. I want to. Man, you're vegan.
She does have a protein allergy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We have a surprise for you. Wait, one for you. Did you have a good time on our date? Brought snacks, s'mores? I hope somebody adopts you right away.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Anyway, okay. Season 2. Ready to talk about season 2?
Ready.
We'll zip through these faster because we don't have to set up the characters. But Oliver, Charles, and Mabel are framed and arrested for the murder of Bunny.
Who's ever doing this?
They're landlord of the building, and they must clear their names. I love the apartments. I love the clothes. Clothes are all right, but I love the apartments and the design of the decor and all of this. It's really nice. They end up with several suspects when trying to solve Bunny's murder. And they also are each going through some personal drama. Mabel, I guess, is bi, starts dating a girl, this artist, Cara Delevingne, or that's who she's played by.
She's a model, right?
She's a model, and she was in Suicide Squad. She's all right. She's not very much of an actor, but she finds out that Mabel finds out that this girl only wants to profit off of Mabel's fame and the crime. And she's taking like photos next to the dead body and all this stuff. And this is when Mabel earns the nickname Bloody Mabel from the media. And she ends up breaking up with her girlfriend.
So you have
Oliver finds out that his son is not really his biological son. The biological father is the deaf kid Teddy's father, played by Nathan Lane from season 1. I guess he had an affair with Oliver's wife back in the 80s. But Oliver chooses not to care because his son will always be a son to him.
The son knows too?
The son finds out as well, and they just seem to go on with their merry way because they love each other, and that's the only father he's known. And Teddy doesn't seem, or Teddy's, or whatever, Nathan Lane, whatever his character's name, is not that interested in. This is the woman here who gets killed. He's not that interested in being a father to another person. He has a son, the deaf guy, right? That's his son.
What?
It's for laugh. Of course I'm kidding.
Oliver is also starting to have a little success, a taste of success, and he's going to direct another play, a musical called Death Rattle, starring Ben Gilroy, a movie star who's doing some theater because it will be good for his career. After he left rehab, they spend most of the budget on Ben's salary. Charles's girlfriend, Steve Martin's girlfriend, Jan, is still in prison from season 1's killing. And he goes and tells her that he's going to start dating, but he still has feelings for her. He starts dating a makeup artist he once knew, Andrea Martin. And in the end, they find out that Bunny's killer was a woman named Poppy, who was the assistant to Cinda Canning, played by Tina Fey, right? She's her assistant, and her accomplice and boyfriend, Detective Krebs, worked for the police department. That was played by Michael Rappaport. He killed Bunny to stage the murder of the century for Poppy to have her own podcast and solve that murder. So she was always complaining about having to do all the legwork for her boss, Tina Fey. And never got any of the glory. And so
forgot about Poppy.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. So they're arrested. Everyone lives happily ever after until the night of Oliver's new play, opening night, and the lead actor, Ben Gilroy, played by Paul Rudd, he drops dead on stage. But basically, season 2 ends with them discovering that Poppy, Cinda's assistant, and her boyfriend, Michael Rappaport, killed the Bunny. in the building.
Yeah, man.
So they could create a podcast and everything. This is them trying to make
Why are you moving in slow motion?
her confess, but they think it's her. No, they think it's her, but she's not the killer. It's her assistant. They had it wrong.
What are they doing all that?
They're trying to freak her out and get her to confess.
Stop it! Stop it! I'm leaving.
All right, stop.
Anyway, it ends up being her assistant, who looks kind of like her with the glasses behind her. So season 3, after season 2's cliffhanger of Ben Gilroy dropping dead the night of the play, our heroes, Charles, Mabel, and Oliver, set out to solve Ben's death. Turns out Ben didn't really die on stage. He comes back and says he was poisoned and felt awful, but now he's better. But then later that same night, they find him dead in the elevator shaft of the building. This messes up Oliver's play. They don't have a leading man anymore. And even though they have an amazingly talented nobody of an actress played by Meryl Streep as Loretta, who's blown up and taken the theater world by storm, but they're stuck. Meryl Streep's character Loretta is very shy but super eager to be part of the play. She doesn't seem to like Ben, and she becomes a suspect early on. But she's got her own secret that's revealed later in the episode, or the season. And she starts to fall for Oliver, the director, Martin Short. A lot of people didn't like Ben, though, so there are a lot of other suspects, including Charles, who ends up replacing Ben as leading man. That's Brenda's song, right? Is it?
Why are you saying it like
Macaulay's wife, right?
I think I got a lead.
But anyway, Charles ends up taking his spot as leading man, despite his severe stage fright when he's singing. And Mabel starts to date Ben's videographer. Taubert is his name, like Robert, but with a T for some reason, played by Jesse Williams. Oliver and Charles are focused on the musical. Oliver has a heart attack. And then we see Charles's relationship with Saz for the first time, his stunt double on all his projects, played by Jane Lynch. His stunt double is a woman who's also 6 feet tall and gray hair. Very funny. And she's very good at playing his stunt double, like a working class sort of, manual labor type of person. At the end of the season, we see them solving the murder. It turns out to be the producers of the musical, a mother and son duo with a borderline inappropriate relationship. They each were trying to protect the other, and Mom poisoned Ben first, but then he recovered. Then Ben argued with the producer's son, who snapped and pushed him down the elevator shaft. And also we learned that Meryl Streep had given up a baby for adoption, and for a long time you're thinking it's Ben throughout the season.
That's right.
But it ended up being Ben's assistant, who is his brother and his adopted brother, and that his name is Dickie, I think, and she wants to get close to him because she's in her 60s now and she just regrets giving him up for adoption. So it's a little sweet story, very tear-jerking story. But we end this season 3 with another cliffhanger. Saz, Charles's stunt double, goes to grab a bottle of champagne and grab a bottle of wine and never comes back to the party. So Charles, Oliver, and Mabel go looking for her, only to find an empty apartment, a smear of blood, and a tiny bullet hole in the window that nobody notices. And then season 4, the trio is very famous now with their podcast. And are we on 4 now?
Hollywood studio. Let's make a movie of
our
Okay.
fans.
They have fans, and now somebody in Hollywood wants to produce a movie about their lives and also their crime-solving
Big
efforts,
buzz.
their podcast. They also figure they go to Hollywood to have some meetings, and they figure they'll go investigate at Saz's home in Hollywood to see where she may have gone. These are the 3 actors here: Eugene Levy playing Charles, Ava Longoria playing Mabel, and Oliver being played by Zach Galifianakis. You want to play the meeting? Cut to the meeting when they meet their characters, or they meet their actors, I guess. It's funny. That's funny to meet who's going to play you.
Are we attached to Mabel?
I'd say so.
Guys, we're going.
Eva Longoria is like 15 years older than Selena. Pretending to be a millennial.
Oliver and Mabel, this is, well, Charles, Oliver, and Mabel. I'm Eugene Levy.
I'm Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
I'm...
She's trying to act all young.
I want to say Tim. I'm Jack Black. Oh, that's it. Yeah. I'm not Jack Black.
Oliver, this is Zach Gallifragilistic.
Oh, yes, Zach Gallifragilistic, of course. Ha!
Gallifragilistic, that's what you would do.
Yeah. Between the what? Okay, look, I might not be a desperate housewife or Mr. Shits over here.
Mr. Shits.
But I happen to have started the second highest grossing comedy of all freaking time. Are you the little boy from Home Alone? What did they do to you? I'm out. I'm done. That is.
All right, you can end that. Go back to the Molly Shannon as the great producer, who I think should play Nikki Glazer's mom at some point. I think they look alike a lot. Okay, so they go to Hollywood, blah, blah, blah.
We thought it'd be a good idea if we do.
After they find Saza's metal joints in the building's incinerator, yeah, like her shoulder joint,
Yes.
and I think because she had a shoulder joint replaced, and they find, I think, a hip joint or knee, something like that. They realize that she's been murdered, and they think by mistake at first, but then after further investigating, they uncover that the killer was Saza's stunt double, Marshall Pope, who is masquerading as the writer of the script of the Hollywood movie of their lives. But they learn that he stole Saza's script about her friends. She had written all this stuff. They go to this like stunt double bar and all this stuff. They investigate everything. And they find that he did end up shooting her on purpose to get rid of her because she confronted him about him stealing her script. And he basically acts as a sniper across the way. This, by the way, they go to Long Island, and here Melissa McCarthy plays Steve Martin's sister. She's so good as this. Play it. Can you play a little audio for her?
Look who decided to show up. You know, I
I
always
love
know what
Melissa
your voice
McCarthy.
sounded like from the podcast. Sometimes I slow it down, and then I speed it back up, and I slow it down again, and then I speed it back up.
Who's do that?
Steve Martin. Anyway, that's just kind of. But I love Melissa McCarthy in that. But they go there to hide out and try to find more information.
Oh yeah, you think you got this?
They they find out that that stunt double Marshall Pope shot Saz on purpose from a window across the courtyard from Charles's apartment. And Charles's crazy ex-girlfriend, Amy Ryan, actually, unbeknownst to anybody, we don't even find out till the very last episode, as she escaped from prison to go help Charles. She sensed he was in trouble. And they eventually discover she'd been hiding out in the Arconia's secret passageways. And she shoots and kills Marshall to help save Mabel and help Charles avenge his friend Saz's death.
But I think I don't know if it's his stepdaughter or somebody shows up and shows them the way through the tunnels.
You know, it's funny. I decided not to talk about that because it was taking too long.
Okay.
But you're right. I didn't know you'd remember that. But yeah, he brings his stepdaughter over, or was his girlfriend's daughter years ago.
Just tunnels, huh?
Yeah, and so she shows him all the tunnels.
Yeah.
And Mabel had grown up in the Arconia as a kid, visiting her aunt a lot, and she went through those tunnels too. So there's a lot of hidden passageways and things.
We'll get those tunnels later at the end of the season.
Not really, but I'll mention them right now. That's it. That's all we need to mention is their tunnels. But there is, there's more of a focus in the last episode on another hidden thing, or the last season, I should say. So at the end of the fourth season, the gang is approached by Téa Leoni, a reputed mob boss's wife who wants to hire them to find her missing husband.
She shows up very
See if you can find Téa Leoni. Téa Leoni showing up.
Very film noir lady.
Season 4.
I want you to find
Murders
my
in the Building.
My dead husband.
Tealeoni.
She shows up like a film noir movie. Huh?
Yeah, like she needs help at the end.
Can you find my husband?
It's the final episode recap. Go to the other one, the one right below that.
Yeah.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered
So
here
you
today
can
to
zip
celebrate
through
the union
toward
of
the
Oliver
end.
Putnam, military fame, made
missed
her
the wedding?
debut as
There she
Nikki's
is. I
wife
just have to go
Sophia.
back. Yeah.
She wanted Charles and Mabel to investigate, but as Charles pointed out, They only solve murders in the building.
In the building,
What
lady.
happened to Nikki has everything to do with this building.
We spoke to series
And
co-creator
then
John Hoffman
Lester
about the setup
is
for
found.
season 5.
They
and
brush
what
her
Lester
off,
did is
and
the
Lester,
Catch 'em Elliott case.
from where?
Here's what he said.
No, he
Quote,
looked like Mark.
You have to wonder, don't you? There are
Oh,
a lot
the
of areas
Louis
that we've been
brother.
talking about in the writers' room.
He's
Looking at
the
life of
doorman
someone who was a
of
doorman
many
in
years
a
at the
pre-war public
Arconia,
building
and
in New
he's
York
found
City,
in the
and
courtyard,
all that it
found
encompasses.
dead.
We also
At the
can
end of
help
this
but wonder if there's
episode,
a mob
she's looking
element
for
to
her
this story.
husband. That
Here's
starts
Hoffman
a
again.
whole new
Quote,
season
This is
5,
a
which
real
is where we are
opportunity,
now.
I think, for season 5 to take us back into the land of New York today.
She has 4 sons who are crazy Italian sons. The funny part,
They have a whole podcast.
yeah. See if you can look for Taya Leone's sons in Only Murders in the Building,
There they go right there.
talking about their podcast. Here it is.
Tony, Mikey, Vinny, and Braden.
Braden, right. Suits you.
No, all right, pause it. Look for Taya Leone's sons
Introduce
and
their podcast.
introduce their podcast or talk about their podcast. I don't think they're gonna show it. Anyway, her sons. It's funny because her sons are.
Tia Leone's son, Italian podcast, ridiculous.
She's making fun of her sons because there is no mafia anymore, and she says the mafia is dead, and she's like, she said, case in point, my sons are doing a podcast about mafia guys from the 70s, and they don't know anything other than doing this podcast. They're not living life. They're not gangsters. They're not scary. Nothing like that. They're just living off their mom, living with her too, and they're grown men. But anyway,
Okay.
We need to go face to face.
so we're season 5, yes?
Gentlemen, we've
Everybody
got
on season
company.
5?
These
Okay.
here are my brothers.
They
Mikey,
investigate the
Vinny,
murder
and
of the doorman Lester, who was found dead in the courtyard fountain. Their investigation is complicated by a missing mobster, Nicky Cacciamilio, played by Bobby Cannavale, and a severed finger found in Oliver's apartment that reveals a connection between Lester, Nicky, and a wealthy developer named Camila, played by Renee Zellweger. They brought all the stars. I have a problem with this season. There's too many famous people in this season.
Too many.
And too much of a storyline, and it is so convoluted, and the stupid mafia being involved, it's really over the top, boring, and confusing. Right? It gets away from like solving a murder. Now we're involved, and then they focus on what's his face? Yeah, CEOs as the bad guys.
Algorithms and
yeah.
espionage.
Oh my
Watching
gosh, it's way too much. And I really, at the end of this season, I felt like they're not going to come back for another season. But yet there was another murder.
This is the first time we could honestly say that we tried that theory of watching two episodes and then skipping all the way to the 10th.
Right.
And
watching the recap and the last. It worked. We missed some things, though. When I started doing some research, we missed. But this season, we could not finish. And we watched 5 episodes. Then we skipped to the 10th.
Yeah.
To the 10th and watched the recap. I'll be honest with you.
I think now, I think I could have done this show the last season if I could have watched the first 2. Maybe watch 8. No, I could watch 1, 2, 5, and 8, and I would have been done. 1, 2, 5, and 8, and then the 10th one.
That might have been a good. Yeah, I think we maybe needed 8.
Yeah,
to
1, 2,
understand
5, and 8.
But anyway, they find this huge casino.
Badass
or
casino.
A poker room or whatever in the basement that nobody knew was there. Secret room in the basement of the Arconia, and it's dumb because it's hard to connect that these 3 CEOs were so bored with their lives and all the adventures you can have as a billionaire that they have to do these poker games that are underground to have some excitement in their lives. It was just so stupid. It didn't seem real.
But so the poker game was just for high-end people?
Yeah, just for high-end people. But then the murder gets wrapped up in it.
Her husband Leone's husband he ran it?
Taya Leone's husband ran it, I guess, and put up the money, I guess, at first, or like the pot, I guess.
Then the mayor played by who?
The mayor, Keegan-Michael Key.
And he was
really funny. No.
Oh.
I think you're mixing up Friends from College.
I
and
fell
that.
asleep, man. And
Another
I fell
movie
asleep,
entered your...
And I thought he was having an affair with Tia
Oh, wait.
Leone, and that's where he gets his finger cut off. By,
No, you know what? It is. You're right. No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. He
I wasn't
gets,
sleeping.
No, we were both...
My own murder in my building.
were both drifting in and out of sleep. But you're right, because he was having an affair with her. And Bobby Cannavale is freaking out at one of the poker games, and he chops off his finger. You're right. That's where the finger comes from. And but that mayor, he replaces his finger and fakes it the rest of the season. And nobody knows until the very end. And Mabel does chop off the fake finger. Yes, you're right.
And it makes you think that
right. I can't believe you paid attention.
Every doorman has been involved in that poker game and has allowed murderers in.
Yeah.
And they kind of let you know that it's a joke that this guy let that murderer come in who shot John Lennon.
He doesn't say that, but he does say, like...
Why you keep letting in murderers?
He's talking shit about the doorman. Like, what good are you? You only let murderers in here. Like, because there have been 4 murders so far in that building in the last few years.
My favorite doorman is the doorman from Seinfeld.
Yes, the
Mr. Bonanza's
Larry.
here.
No, that's different. George Bonanza. That's a different. That's not.
There is a George Bonanza to see you.
Oh, I die every time he says that. But then there's the other one, Larry Smith. I mean Larry Miller.
Larry Miller, yeah,
playing the
the
doorman in that
Here it
episode.
is.
There you go. He's great.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just going up to see Elaine Venice.
Venice. There's no one here by that name.
Oh, she's house sitting for Mr. Pitt.
Ah, house sitter.
Yeah.
What are you, the boyfriend? Here for a quickie?
Can I just go up?
Well, I get it. Why waste time making small talk with the doorman? I should just shut up and do my job opening the door for you.
Oh, 16th
How about those Knicks?
Oh, I see on the sports page.
Yeah.
What makes you think I wasn't reading the Wall Street page? Oh, I know, because I'm the uneducated doorman. Hey,
Even
buddy.
Elaine tries that later. She's like, "Oh, the doorman."
What are you doing here? You work at this building too?
Oh, I see.
Poor doorman has to work 2 jobs to put food on the table for mother and baby. No,
For
I
mother
live
and
here.
baby.
That's okay, isn't it?
So you work all day as a doorman at one building, then you come home and stand outside your own building?
You're a button with that?
Look, I'm not going in your building. I really don't have to talk to you. Goodbye.
You really think you're better than me, don't you? Help you?
Pull up the doorman code or the lobby boy code in Grand Budapest.
Lobby boy.
And then we'll get out of here because
Worried
these
about
are
the needs of the other people without his own.
because it shows like all the lobby
Why do
boys.
you want to be a lobby boy?
Why? Because to be
Well,
a lobby boy at the Grand
Who
Budapest.
wouldn't? At the Grand Budapest.
It's an establishment.
Tony
It's an
Revolori.
institution.
Great answer.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah. Anyway, that is Murders in the Building. Only Murders in the Building.
Only murder.
And I guess they are going to have another season.
Yeah, because someone got murdered.
Who got murdered? Because I think I fell asleep
Tina
and
Fey.
I was trying to. Oh, that's right.
She had curly hair.
That's right. She had red hair.
There she
Yes. Okay. So at the very end, because this wasn't connected to the last scene, that's why I couldn't remember. I was trying to think on the way over here. How did the last one end? Because there has to be a body.
No, they said she had to be murdered in a building, and then
But
her
she
hand
fell.
made it to the gate.
Yeah, she fell through the gate. Her
Yeah.
hand fell through the front gate of the building. And she's got red hair for some reason. So she's maybe been on the run or something. So
Some
we'll
of
see.
the funniest scenes on the show are when they get everybody in the building and they have meetings.
Yeah.
And you get to see all their quirky.
Yeah, because like the
eccentric,
quirky neighbors and stuff.
hilarious. Because
And that one guy who keeps offering to give free therapy for people as payment.
Hilarious.
Do you want somebody in the building knowing your secrets
Oh, hell
and doing
no.
therapy? Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
Nobody wants that.
There was that when I was living in that building over there in that loft
downtown.
There was that woman who lived in the corner, the white lady. She was from Boston. She was probably my best friend in the whole building.
I never heard about this woman.
Because she would let me into her. One time they were filming a movie in her building.
In her apartment?
In an apartment because she lived in the corner and she had all
Indie
the
movie?
all
Porno?
the windows. Yeah, indie movie. So I went over there and I started talking to her, and man, her apartment was a badass. And she was like the lady down there with the glasses.
Bunny?
The one that nobody likes.
Oh, the one that talks like this?
That lady like that.
Hey, Isaac, look
but
up
But I guess I was the only one that spoke to her, so she hated everybody but me.
Cosmo.com ad with New York lady.
She would always try to offer me a drink, but I never.
You're going out for that?
I never went for it, but I got her a joint one time.
No, it's KOZMO.
She made a pipe out of a fucking carrot. And,
I don't know what you're talking about right now. Pipe. What are you talking about? Yeah, Cosmo.com ad. Cosmo was the service that basically ended up being like Uber Eats or whatever. In New York, you could go to Cosmo.com and you could order. This is 1997, 2000. You could order a movie, and they would go to a rental place and get you that movie. You could order ice cream from Ben and Jerry's, and they would bring you a little pint of Ben and Jerry's. And there were these ads. Anyway, that later on, they would get you movies. Here it is. That's her.
Notice to play cards.
You going out for that?
Roger? Who's Roger? I think I'll go out for a magazine.
You're gonna go out for that?
That's
Cosmo.com has magazines. Freddie!
I think I'll go get a video and some chocolate ice cream.
You're gonna go out for that? Cosmo.com has
That's
videos
her.
and ice cream.
That's the ad for Cosmo?
That's the lady. Yeah, that's Cosmo.com.
Don't be right
That's
over.
the lady. I can't believe you found that, Isaac Hayes.
There used to be here in downtown, when I was living in downtown LA, at the loft, there was a thing called Pirate Market or Pirate, I don't know what they're called. And they would deliver, they would go to the grocery store because there were no grocery stores for you.
Oh, that's good.
And they would go do locally stuff for you, but they had to have your phone number and your credit card. They really had to trust it. It wasn't even an app.
Yeah, you had to have.
Somebody figured it out.
Yeah, there was no app. This is before smartphones and apps.
And Flacco did it too.
Flacco did it. He had a small version. Flacco could have been a fucking millionaire if he had just stuck with it. He delivered to businesses downtown. He would go and deliver lunch.
They all knew him from the Edison.
But also, like, nobody wants to go out for lunch. Sometimes you need to bring it in. And, like, they were basically messengers who would go to any restaurant and grab your order for you and bring it and set it up and all that stuff.
When I was living in 2nd and Main, out there in downtown LA, there were no Ralphs.
It wasn't there yet on 9th, right?
I had to go to the 5th Street Market, man.
Because you were living down there before it was really fully gentrified down there, and then it went back to Skid Row.
I remember when I was doing stand-up, they opened up the Ralph's Market, and they had a joke about, Ralph's is opening up right here in downtown LA. They're interviewing people, employees. They're even interviewing homeless people to see who's allowed to hang out in front of Ralph's. Very distinguished Ralph's.
You told that joke in front of a bunch of homeless people at the Thanksgiving at Laugh Factory. But see, that's when I realized that the only people who get mad at jokes about others are the others. Like the only people who get mad at jokes when you do jokes about people in wheelchairs are the people who aren't in wheelchairs.
People who can walk and kick.
The people who can walk and kick. They're the ones getting mad that you told a joke about the people. The people in wheelchairs go, how many more jokes do you have about people in wheelchairs? They want to hear themselves represented. It's so weird. They come up to you and they're like, man, when you did that joke about the person in the wheelchair going down the fire escape, they love that joke.
You write the best ramp jokes. Felipe Esparza.
You have any more ramp jokes?
You got jokes about people. Oh my God. So I remember when I had that bid. I haven't done it in a long time. Oh my God.
Sticker joke too,
I used to follow this woman with she's handicapped. No, I don't know. I can't think of the big word right now, but she's paraplegic, and she does makeup tutorials for in her wheelchair, and she does memes and she does jokes about being in a wheelchair. She does like, this ever happened to you? And she puts her whole body inside the car and forgets to lock her wheel, and that fucking wheel rolls away, man.
The wheelchair.
And everybody's saying that happened to my daughter all the time. It happened to me. And I remember me writing down saying, I could see how that could happen to you, but not me. I left my daughter in the car for 2 hours. But
everybody comes down on you because you got different problems.
Positive, positive comments. Oh, you're an inspiration. I'm glad you do makeup tutorials for paraplegic women. My daughter needs a hero. But on the bottom, the girl's very attractive, by the way. On the bottom of the comments was the nastiest comment I ever read. I'll make that pussy handicap.
Oh my, handy clap.
Take 2.
Handy.
We're gonna cut this off. But no, the most nastiest comment I ever read, man. I'll make that vagina handy clap. Oh my God, man.
Oh my goodness.
That comment had more likes than her video. Like I had to dislike my positive comment. Like the memes that came right after were hilarious, man. Like a little wheelchair being chased by eggplants.
Oh my God.
It was bad, bro. Like
I don't want to know your internet history.
I hate the internet sometimes.
But what is this you're going to show here, Isaac?
Oh my God, that.
Joe, make sure you get all the tire tracks out of the carpet.
Learn to live with it, Bonnie. There are tracks. People make tracks.
People make tracks.
When she's changing the baby diaper in his diaper, it's sad.
Oh, anyway. That's it. That's Murders in the Building.
I
would say, honestly, I'd say the first 3 episodes, actually the first 4 episodes of Murders in the Building, first seasons.
Great, but 5 was like
4 seasons. First 4 are great.
I told you that when I started watching the season 5, I saw that I felt like they're done because they're bringing in too many big stars.
And there were too many storylines. There were several competing storylines. It was way too much.
I thought they were gonna go to the point where the gangster guy, he killed the doorman because he wanted to.
No, he didn't kill him.
But I the story went better if he would have killed him.
If he would have killed
because he didn't want to work there no more, and then
he didn't want to work.
He would have then all the doormen from all over New York would have got together, man.
That would have been funny.
And they would have had a doorman story.
Like a doorman, like union, because there is a union, but it would be funny to see them all like pile on and go after him.
That they did in Royal Town,
in Grand Budapest. That's what I'm talking about. How's that society of keys?
There is a society of doormen.
Doormen will call each other up, like they know each other who work in another building or whatever across town.
I need to take it to Felipe Esparza show. Oh man, let me call up the doorman over there at the Travel Lodge. He's Latino. He might have extra tickets.
Latinos have the hookups.
Yeah, man.
They have a whole network of how to make money, how to get stuff for free and cheap.
Once the doorman whistles, the job is done, man. He got it. When do you need it? 5 minutes?
See, Felipe is disconnected a little bit from the working man these days. So sometimes we'll walk around, we'll walk through like a store or something, and he'll do a little whistle, a little, whatever, to see who's listening. And then occasionally, and then he'll get the hookup where somebody will talk to him or somebody will notice him. Hey, you're that guy in that. Yeah, man. Yeah, you got a little hookup here or whatever. We get a little discount on something.
Or they take too long, for the order and they come up, apologize 3 times. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. You know what, man? Just throw in an extra loaf of bread.
Just throw in.
And I just forget about the whole thing. It's all right, man.
I don't ask for stuff like that.
My wife wants that plan to. Can we just...
Did we talk about this already? How you finagled more houses, more little ceramic house? Pull up the KLM houses. Did we pull this up already? Did we talk about this? We went to Amsterdam last time, and every time you go first class on KLM, you get one of these little houses. It has gin in it. I've never opened it. It's sealed, but they're little houses that look like Amsterdam houses. Or some of them are real replicas of like historic houses. We have 9 of them now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 9 from our trips to Amsterdam because how do you take a flight like that without going first class? So we have to go first class because it's 9 hours or 11 hours, depending on where you're leaving from. And so anyway, they're so great. Those so nice. Those flight attendants are so nice on that flight. And Felipe, last time, I had an aisle and you had an aisle, and we were supposed to be like opposite the aisle, but we're in pods in first class, right? So really, I don't care where he sits, honestly, because whatever. We got our own pods. You have your own. I have my desk. I'm working for like 9 to 11 hours. I've got actual work to do. I got movies. I got dinner coming. They give you like fucking 4 courses of food.
Me, I like 500 milligram walking with saliva down my mouth, out of my throat.
I really don't know what he's doing on those flights, but I have my own life going on. I have a novel to read through. I got sleeping. I got a lot of stuff planned. I have more things planned than the time on the plane. But anyway,
they're like, I'm arguing with somebody in the back I just met.
This is really my only time to have alone time where nobody bothers me ever. Nobody has questions for me. I get to read.
That's me right there, man.
Is
something to read?
No,
No, I'm good.
I make that face right there when I lose something and I know I'm not gonna find it.
And that's me though too, wanting to control his 9-hour flight.
That side of my phone fell in the side pocket and I can't get it.
You're not telling anybody.
This is me fuming.
That's it. Taking it. So Felipe, anyway, this last trip we took, Felipe gets mad because I booked an aisle and an aisle, right? Some old couple got in first class, got up to the flight attendant before we got on the plane and requested that they sit together. And I guess they saw, even though they saw 2 Esparzas, we're not on the same ticket. So they split us up. And they put Felipe across the other side of the plane. And they put this couple in between us in the middle. And so Felipe's not there anymore. I don't really care because we can't really talk to each other anyway because the pods. He decides to somehow get a free house, extra house.
No,
out of it.
First,
he's like,
first I showed the lady my ticket, man. This is my ticket.
He says, "This is my seat."
That lady
right?
Is, and I point right at her face.
Right, and he
this
points
lady right
out,
here, man. He goes, "I don't know what we're gonna do. I know what you could do. Give me another house."
And they're like, okay, they don't give a shit about those houses because they're just like in the cabinet on the plane. They don't care. But for us, it's like, this is a collector's item, this little thing. And so he finagles an extra house. I got another
one the last time
then,
too. There was
wait,
no internet.
I know on the way back. Yeah, on the way back home, the internet, the router is out. The Wi-Fi is out for the first class. He goes and complains and chit-chats up this guy who already loved talking about Dutch history. And so they hit it off, chit-chatting. That guy was yapping. And that guy goes, "Oh, yeah, extra house? Oh, yeah, of course. For your troubles, sir." And gives him another house. So he collected 2.
My bag started like I had 9 mugs in it. Like this. Excuse me, ma'am.
I'm surprised nothing broke. But I thought that was cool, but I could never do it. I can't pull it off. I cannot be that person. But you have no problem being that person. But that's the difference between us.
I haven't gotten free shit. Looking at
you get free shit all the
looking
time.
Looking at a Mexican dude straight in the face. And then listen, man. So you're really gonna sell out, bro, and not give me hook it up, bro? So those white people you work for, they tell you what to do, dog.
Oh, you throw in the white people all the time. It's so funny.
Man, you let that Korean man tell you what to do, puto.
Yeah, what's the phrase? Hook it up for la raza, right?
La raza,
like
bro.
when you said your sister wanted extra
joke,
cheese.
Man. Like, white people could
she wanted extra Parmesan cheese, and she said, "Hook it up for la raza."
White people could just be white, you know. They could. I love also with white. White people could just be white.
Yeah, we don't know
they
you.
Could just walk
I don't know you. I don't know that person or that person.
They could just walk around
Fuck
the world
them.
knowing that they don't own anybody's shit. That they don't owe any Irish person shit.
I don't know any Irish person shit.
There's no white waiter at the Cheesecake Factory that's gonna run into a guy from Georgia and go, Come on, bro. We're both Southerners.
No, we don't know you.
You gotta do it for the white man. But nah, man, a Filipino.
Nobody would ever walk in and say you got to do it for the white man.
Never.
That's the funny part.
Never.
And I'm never gonna hold somebody hostage because they share the same ethnic.
Never gonna grab you one arm and go, listen, you fucking sellout. I said extra ketchup.
But people will stop you. You'll walk by and they'll be like, hey, or they'll want something extra because
or these fucking assholes.
They grew up in your neighborhood or whatever.
Kicked out of the meet and greet. They should have got kicked out of the fucking show first of all
because they were yapping.
But they're fucking yapping it up and starting fights at the meet and greet. There's like a cop, white cop, black cop, 2 white cops, 1 Latino cop. But this fool just grabbed. He goes, bro, they're kicking us out because we're Mexican, eh? In front of everybody. And they look at me like, looking right in my face.
And he's taking pictures with like 5 other people.
I look at him and go, nah, but they're kicking you out because you're stupid, bro. You're fucking stupid. That's
you're
why.
Loud and
you're loud
stupid.
And Mexican. That's why.
Not the Mexican. You're just loud and stupid. Remove the Mexican part.
Say they're kicking us out because we're Irish.
No, I would never say that. I would never say that. Doshire. I'm from Yorkshire.
Because we're from South London, mate.
What is this? Oh, I love Mike Tyson mysteries.
White people problems. The most fascinating problems of all. I myself would not have given a shit. But you are the client, and therefore we would pretend like this.
I myself would not have given a shit. Man, we're going to do a whole episode.
Man.
We're going to do an episode on Mike Tyson Mysteries because it is the best show ever made, I think.
Just remember
since
this,
2020.
Episode.
Best episode ever right there. The Mike Tyson with Neil deGrasse Tyson. No, don't show it. Don't show it because we have to show this. Don't show it. We have to show that during the real episode. It's the best thing ever. It makes me cry. I can't reveal it yet, but it is. If you've ever watched Mike Tyson Mysteries, which you should on Adult Swim comedy on Cartoon Network. So funny.
I had a guy. What's that with the meeting?
It's really the best show ever made, I think.
And then her husband, and they took the flyers from the table, and they had my photo on it, but I had the other comedian that's gonna be there next week.
Like a comment card.
Yeah, and it was inside the one that's inside the glass on the table.
Oh, underneath, like the table tent.
That was the centerpiece, so they took it.
They picked up the glass and pulled it out.
Her coat. He signed it real fast, and I gotta go inside her coat. Inside a stolen fucking
flyer.
Piece of the improv or the menu. I always gotta hire something to steal a menu.
Yeah, people steal a menu or a glass,
the fucking poster off
or
the wall,
a shot glass, or a souvenir glass that they didn't pay for,
or the
poster.
Out of the wall.
That's funny.
And I gotta be.
You know what? I always think like that's gonna go somewhere in somebody else's hands. That's like the thing you want right there. Whatever somebody's stealing and taking, like that's actually more prized than something you put on sale. You know, that's actually something special that
like
they stole.
Take cups.
It has a story behind it. To me, that's something extra special. Cups, centerpieces, flyers. There'll be like the table tents that say like the bad decisions margarita, you know, like named after your special or whatever, like whatever the comic is that week, and they have something special for it. That's always funny when somebody takes that.
Like no matter how famous or popular you get, man, people will still ask George, "Oh man, but when are you gonna do a show in Pacoima, though?"
You know what? I know that's funny, or Boyle Heights, but that's funny though because people think when they come up to you at the end of the show like that. They kind of think it's us, you and me against this fucking improv. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's us against the man who's this improv or this theater or wherever you're performing. Like, I fucking jack them, fool, you know? And you're like, wait, I'm getting paid by these people at the end of the night. What are you doing? They're kicking us out. There's business going on here, dude. You don't realize?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you even binge?
I wanted to give... We Okay, so oh no, we're not doing that yet. I'm trying to think ahead to Christmas. I'm going too fast.
Love Christmas.
No, we're going next week. We're going to talk about I Like Me.
Oh,
John
great.
Candy.
Great.
Documentary directed by Colin Hanks. And I think, Isaac, can you look up, is Ryan Reynolds producing that? Did Ryan Reynolds produce I Like Me? Yeah, he is a producer. So he tapped Colin Hanks, who had a relationship as a child with John Candy, because Tom Hanks was in some movies with John Candy, especially Splash, which was Colin Hanks, I guess, was a couple years old at that point. But anyway, it's a documentary. I think it's on HBO. Can you find out where it's airing? The I Like Me, where it's airing? Oh, Prime, Amazon Prime. So go watch that if you want. We will talk about that. And then the following week, talking about Thanksgiving movies, specifically Planes, Trains, Automobiles, but also lots of other things. We have several other favorites.
That horror movie?
Send us your favorites, too, in the comments.
Pilgrim or Thanksgiving?
You said Pilgrim. I've never seen this.
Thanksgiving.
But I think it's called Pilgrim. It's called Pilgrim right there.
Yeah, okay. Because is that one of those Quentin Tarantino movies?
A Grindhouse movie?
Yeah.
You know what? I think it is, because there's a turkey. Yeah.
And the Grindhouse trailer was one with the Thanksgiving.
Wait.
Pilgrim.
Is it a Grindhouse thing? It's not Grindhouse. It's an anthology. It's an episode from the Hulu anthology series Into the Dark. It's a Thanksgiving themed horror movie about a family who invites historical reenactors to their home, only for the actors to refuse to break character and take the reenactment to a deadly extreme. Whoa, we got to watch this movie. And Thanksgiving stuff too.
Because in that movie, those movies, Grindhouse, they show
there is
machete.
Look up Grindhouse turkey. See what that's about, because there is a turkey in one of the scenes, I think.
Yeah. Because then they show Machete as a trailer before Machete came out. Then they show this.
It's called Thanksgiving. Go scroll down. Scroll down right there. Thanksgiving 2000 trailer. Yeah, Eli Roth. Because Eli Roth worked on that. Yeah.
Eli Roth. Oh, that Eli Roth. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. The first thing he did was what? Cabin Fever, I think, or.
Is Eli Roth the guy that?
Holiday season.
There it is.
Prepare to have the stuffing scared out of you.
Esas vacaciones is holiday season?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the Grindhouse trailers. This is the one that's Grindhouse trailer.
Okay.
The fourth Thursday in November is the most celebrated.
So Thanksgiving and Pilgrim are two different movies?
Yes.
Okay,
Pilgrim
good.
actually was a real horror movie.
Yeah.
This is the Grindhouse Eli Roth thing.
Eli Roth is the guy who got shot in Pulp Fiction on the couch, huh?
Yes. Is he on the couch? You're right. You know what? But he has a bigger role later in Inglourious Bastards. He's one of the Jewish guys in the. Yeah, he's one of the.
He has another crazy movie called Killing Zoe. That's crazy.
He has like 3 horror movies. You know what? Eli Roth was an assistant, a PA on Howard Stern's Private Parts movie, and he guarded Howard's trailer when Howard was sleeping all night.
And he rode her.
Yeah, because Howard didn't want to travel from New York to Long Island and then back to Manhattan again to do a show the next day. So he slept in his trailer overnight. That's Eli Roth right there.
Yes, Eli Roth.
So he guards Howard Stern's trailer in the after hours while Howard's sleeping, and Howard became friends with him, and he was riding on third shift. Calmate, Judy. He was like writing his movie. He was writing Cabin Fever, I think. Pull up Eli's movies, Isaac. He was writing Cabin Fever on the set of when he was guarding Howard's trailer on what you call it? Yeah, Cabin Fever right there, 2002. He did Hostel Part 2. I thought there was another one. Cabin Fever is the one where they have like a sickness, right? It's like a illness that spreads throughout, kind of like a zombie movie.
You want to watch all these?
No. We already did all that.
Yeah.
I just was interested that he makes friends with Howard Stern, and Howard was like, "Oh, you're gonna go far, kid. Whatever," and he did. But he did it all himself. He did it all indie and everything.
Awesome.
But yeah, he was grinding third shift. I always like those stories.
You have coffee there?
No coffee. I will see you next week.
Do you even binge?
Do you even binge? Oh, you didn't talk about your scarf.
Do you even binge?
Do you even binge?